Hi everyone, I hope you're all doing well and thanks for being here. If you're new here, welcome to the channel. If you're a returning viewer or subscriber, it is lovely to have you back. I'll be starting the reading on the next slide, but before I do, I just want to say that this is not a personal reading, so it might be that there are only some parts of the reading that resonate for you. And of course, some readings might not resonate for you at all. And so it's important that you use your discernment and you don't force anything to fit if it doesn't. The parts that resonate for you will feel like confirmation of things that you already feel intuitively. Before I start, I ask for this reading to be blessed and surrounded by divine light and protection, and I ask that no lower vibrational energies are able to interfere with the messages being brought through or the messages finding the people who will benefit from them. I ask for protection for all the good souls who are here watching this video. Thank you, Spirit. This is today's spread, and if you're interested in the decks I've used, I will have them listed in the description box. The card at the bottom of the deck is the Eight of Cups, and that is about someone leaving an old life because they've realized it's the wrong life for them. Eight Cups actually represents a lot of emotional investment, but they've realized that their current life path will never be one where they're truly happy. So in the Suit of Cups, the Nine of Cups is where someone's wishes come true, and the Ten of Cups is where someone is leading a happy, fulfilling life. This person doesn't really believe that those things are possible on their current path. They've got to 8 Cups and realize that there's something in the way of them getting any further. And I'm getting a glass ceiling kind of vibe, so it's something that won't let them get any further, something that is actually blocking their access to genuine happiness. Now, of course, it's a brave move to walk away from 8 Cups. That's a lot of investment, as I've said, and obviously the person has no way of knowing if they will find something better. It's a gamble. Now, in terms of the scenario we might be talking about, it could be someone realizing that they can no longer stay in an unhappy marriage or in a job that's soul-sucking. So they're going to call it quits and walk away, hoping that they will find genuine happiness out there somewhere. Now, looking at the card in the past position, we've actually got the Fool. So I'm going to say that that Eight of Cups decision probably happened in the past as well, because the Fool is about someone who is starting a new journey. So they obviously walked away and then started the new journey. The Fool is someone who's free of burdens and open to new possibilities. And really, that's the energy you would have to be in if you leave something that you've been involved in for a long time. You're not really going to have any clear idea of what will come next. So you just have to keep engaging with life until something catches your attention, right? So they've done that. They've been in that energy, and now in the present position, it's looking good because we've got the Two of Wands. Oh, excuse me. So I think that this person has obviously now worked out what they want to do. So the Two of Wands is when there is something you come across that is exciting to you, but it is something that you're new to. So you'll have to kind of have a think about how you're going to get onto that path. You're going to have to look into it and investigate what steps to take and so on. So if this was, as an example, if this was someone who used to be in a corporate job, they might have realized that actually they've always been fascinated by photography, but they never had the time or the opportunity to look into that. And now that they're free, they can. And they can actually see it's something they might want to do long term, want to do for a living. So they'll be looking into the courses they should take and researching, cameras and other equipment that they need to start off with. They might be joining online communities that relate to photography, and they'll be asking the more experienced people there for their advice and guidance on how they should go about things. So really the Two of Wands stage is like the stage where you're contemplating, researching and mentally preparing for the new path. And then when you're ready, you're obviously going to start down the new path. The first oracle card here is transformation, and it shows a caterpillar. And as we all know, caterpillars become butterflies. They transform a lot. Now, transformation is the energy of the death card in tarot. So basically an old life comes to an end and a new life begins. And that's true for the butterfly, for the caterpillar and the butterfly as well, obviously. Now, I'm seeing the number 22 on this card, and that's actually a master number in numerology. It's known as the Master Builder. So this is about someone who can take their visions and turn them into reality. And that is so interesting because the tarot card in the future position is the Magician. So that there's definitely the message here that this is someone who can make their dreams become a reality, because obviously the Magician is an archetype of someone who can make anything happen. The Magician card is related to Mercury, and that rules the signs of Gemini and Virgo. I don't think I said it, but the Fool card is a Uranus card, and that planet rules Aquarius. So we actually have air and earth elements. So that's about thoughts and ideas, but also about making things a tangible reality. So it definitely seems like this person has gone through a big transformation that's going to really lead to them up-leveling. And the choices they've decided to make are going to be leading to results in the future. The caterpillar image here, it made me choose a butterfly deck for the last oracle card. And the butterfly we got, this is sort of a life change deck, and the butterfly that we got is the butterfly of prosperity. And even though we tend to associate prosperity with sort of material wealth, it's obviously also about happiness. And the keywords on this card, it does talk about inner riches as well as abundance and wealth. And the bright yellow of this card, it's making me think of the energy of the Sun card in tarot, which is obviously a very positive card. And it's also making me think of the solar plexus chakra, which I think of as the one that relates to the inner child. So I feel like this new path is going to make this person very happy. Their inner child is going to be very happy. And that's a wonderful thing to see in the spread, because obviously the whole reason this person left their old path was because they wanted to have the experience of genuine happiness. So all that's left now is the middle oracle card. It is titled Radha with the caption Soul Flame. Now Radha in Hinduism is actually the twin flame of Krishna. And they obviously loved each other very much and, had a spiritual union. They're often seen as a couple in images, but they didn't actually marry or come together as a couple. I believe they both married others. So seeing Radha here on her own, it does make me wonder if this is about a twin flame or maybe even a divine feminine counterpart of a twin flame relationship. It doesn't necessarily have to be the divine feminine counterpart. It could apply to either counterpart. But I do feel like we might be talking about a situation where someone's accepted that a physical union is unlikely to happen, but also feeling like that's okay. Because when you think of Radha and Krishna, I guess spiritually, energetically, they knew that they were the same soul, so they didn't particularly need to end up together as such. Now, the message on this card is rediscover a lost part of yourself, experience relationship harmony and healing. I guess the lost part of self in a divine feminine twin flame is her inner masculine, and vice versa for a divine masculine twin flame. So rediscovering the lost part by, like, when you rediscover the lost part, you're going to actually become more balanced in your own energy. And so this means that if we're talking about a twin flame counterpart, they're no longer desperately going to need for their counterpart, their twin, to show up to make them feel complete. They will start to feel complete on their own. Now, the inner union of masculine and feminine is effectively spiritual energetic union, which is what I was saying about Radha and Krishna. And I say that because the divine feminine's inner masculine is going to have the same energy as the masculine twin, and the divine masculine's inner feminine is going to have the same energy as his feminine twin. I hope I said that right. It's not something I want to confuse anyone about, but the point is that the inner, what they are talking about here, the lost inner aspect of self, is actually energetically going to be the same energy as the external counterpart. I probably made that even more confusing. Let's stop talking about that. But anyway, this card is about experiencing relationship harmony and healing. And I actually feel like it's talking about inner harmony and healing. I don't think that, like, I'm not getting that this is about an external relationship or a twin flame connection that's coming into physical union. I feel like this is someone in a solitary energy, but they're balancing within themselves, healing within themselves. And, you know, as we can see, they're heading in a very positive direction. They're healing, they're transforming, and there's a lot of happiness in their future and a lot of material abundance too, by the looks of it. So it's pretty good. And so I think that's all I'm getting from this spread. So I'm going to end the reading here. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed the reading. If you made it to this point, please give the video a like and consider subscribing to the channel. Your support is very much appreciated. Take care, everyone, and I'll see you all in another video. Bye.